Hey guys, so this is an update on vestibular migraines. I've had these for 15 months now. I'm going to struggle with this because I've been really run down the last 3 weeks and I'm really having problems just trying to string a sentence together. I've realised as well, you might get this too, when you get really, really tired, then recently I've started to slur my words like I'm drunk. Because it just hits me so quickly and it's really hard to speak, and I know what I want to say and I'm just coming out with really weird stuff. People must think I'm off my face. So it's just difficult and stressful. I had to cancel a few holidays as well, which is really annoying. I was planning on going surfing no matter what. So I was going to go surfing in Cornwall in 2 weeks' time, and then the last week randomly I started getting pins and needles. All through my legs, lower spine down to my feet, but it lasted for 4 or 5 days, and then after I'd say about 1 day of pins and needles in my legs, then I started getting really, really tired and my legs felt like lead. I literally couldn't lift them, and it felt like my knees were giving way, so every time I tried to take a step it was like there was no muscle in my leg, and I couldn't, literally got to the point where I couldn't even walk to the kitchen without feeling like I was going to collapse. And the weird thing is, my head was quite clear, I felt quite clear, and there wasn't lots of brain fog. Well, it's just like my legs didn't work at all, so I had to cancel going away, and I don't know why, but I was surprisingly calm about the whole thing. You know, I had people say go to hospital, but I just thought it was exhaustion. A lot of the time you can probably tell when you're going to come up and have attacks or start feeling really run down. For me, I got really bad mouth ulcers, and usually it's, you know, if you change your toothpaste. But I had it really, really bad, and one would last like a week, 2 weeks, like even trying to kiss your boyfriend, it was like really painful and I couldn't. So that was a really big sign. Also insomnia, restless nights, I do get that, but it tends to, you know, step up a notch if I'm going to have an attack and start feeling really run down. So I'd say insomnia, anxiety, ulcers was a huge one for me. And the biggest for me ever to this day, I think I get really, really dark under my eyes. So if I start to get really, really dark, then I know that I'm going to have a rough week. So there's just a few things. That's me on the background. Okay, so one of the biggest things, I think, doctors, okay, piss me off, I'm going to say now. I saw 8 doctors before they knew what it was. Now, apparently there are 350 different kinds of conditions for dizziness, so they're not going to know everything, obviously. It's usually down to us to actually research it and go in and say, look, I think it could be this, or I've got similar symptoms, is this possible? Another thing is to look in your family. Have you got migraines in the family? Have you got any people with ear disorders in your family? That could be a huge sign as well. I don't really speak to my half-sisters a lot, but I managed to get hold of them and they all have severe migraines, so that was a really big sign for me. So check out your family history as well. Another website which is really important, okay, for you guys, there's one for labyrinthitis on Facebook, a support group. It's amazing. I don't think you will ever get a family member or friend that will ever understand what you're going through. They just will never understand it, ever. I mean, you look fine, you put makeup on, you're smiling, you're laughing. They have no idea how hard it is or how your vision is that day or how tired you are, and, you know. So one for labyrinthitis, literally type in labyrinthitis group and you'll find it. And there's another one called migraine associated vertigo. Okay, vestibular migraines, it's the same thing. So definitely sign up there because everyone's been amazing. So I'm getting tired now. So I'd say sign up to those. And what I did was I actually went into my doctor, and in the end I diagnosed myself. I said, right, this runs in the family. My mum's got the same symptoms. And what I did was I actually got I did a screenshot of the labyrinthitis and migraine website and said, I think it's migraines, have a look at the symptoms. And literally you can just say then there to them what it is, because they were like, you don't get dizziness for 24/7. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of people that are just, you know, anxious and not sleeping. It's just anxiety. Fuck that. Okay, fuck it. You've been living with this for like probably months and months. Some people have been living with it for years. You have the right to go in and be heard for 5 fucking minutes, okay? I'm going to get so told off for swearing. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, you've got that right. For them to listen to you for 5 minutes and make your point, okay? I mean, I was brought up, you've got to respect doctors, and, you know, and you can feel stupid around them and just be, you know, they're obviously going to know more than you. Again, words, stumbling. And I think, no, I've educated them by having this, okay? They've never come across, you know, the kind of symptoms I've had before. I'm the first one there with vestibular migraines, okay? So it's up to you to do your research as well, okay? Speak to others, okay? And go in and say, I've got this. Can you just check it out for me, please? And really put your foot down. And if they're being an idiot, see another one. Move surgeries. I mean, if you can, you know, I mean, some people could live miles out from the nearest surgery, but is it not worth just getting a second opinion rather than some complete muppet who's been your childhood doctor for like 15 years to just go along with it because he knows best? Sod that, no way, okay? So I think you've really got to put your foot down to get the support you need. So what else have I got on here? Because I'm going to forget everything. I think that's it. So yeah, thanks for that little rant there. And I'll probably update you pretty soon, actually. I don't know where it's going to go now. I had a really good few months, and then I had the worst symptoms I've ever had. So you just don't know where it's going to go. So I will update you. I might start updating this more as well. Okay, guys. Good night.